We're up in Napa Valley, California at the Artesa Vineyards and Winery to attend the Metro Ethernet Forum's 10th anniversary celebration. This is actually just the kickoff for their normal quarterly meeting, which happens to be in San Francisco, but because it's the 10th anniversary, they decided to ship everybody up to Napa. They're having a little celebratory dinner, and they're recognizing all of the people who started the MEF, the founding companies, and some of the earliest directors. Light Reading is almost the same age as the MEF, and we've been covering the MEF for pretty much their entire lifetime. Nan Chen has been following us around like the plague, and we've been following him around, dogging him with microphones and cameras for 10 years. A lot of the companies that started the MEF don't even exist anymore, but the people are still around, working at different places, so we thought we'd stop by, check out what's going on with some old friends.
MEF is an industry organization, consists of 185 member companies throughout the world, and we created the carrier Ethernet industry from zero to $40 billion as of today. And we continue to propose and accelerate adoption of a carrier Ethernet. That's what MEF is today.
Well, tonight is the 10th anniversary of the Metro Ethernet Forum, which is a pretty good milestone. So what we're doing is we're celebrating 10 years of the MEF driving leadership around the world and establishing standards for carrier Ethernet and propagating that technology for adoption by pretty much every major service provider and vendor on the planet.
Wow, MEF has done so much. It's really been the catalyst to bring Ethernet from a networking technology for companies into a worldwide means of interconnection to connect the networks from companies and other interests anywhere in the world to connect to another place.
I think the MET's secret to success was the coming together of service providers with equipment vendors. So we started out with just a few equipment vendors. We aggressively recruited service providers to really understand how they wanted to use this technology and put it in their real-life networks.
Working with the MEF, it was like working with a very extended family. Even though you're working with companies and people that are from different companies and some of them competitive companies, there was a definite camaraderie and their goal was all the same and they all worked together to make it happen.
I think over the next 10 years what you're going to see the MEF do is drive some pretty clear generations of technology. First and foremost focused on interconnection and then later focused on automation because we want to make bandwidth much more liquid and easy to provision.
Well, Nan is a compelling guy and quite a character, as you know. So we never really know what he's going to come up with next. So I think people are kind of waiting on the edge of their seats to see what he'll say next.
This industry seems to really foster friendships. Everybody here knows everybody else. They've all been through, well, most of them been through a lot of different companies. I think half the people here came from Nortel at one point or another. And it's nice that they can come together at an event like this one, before arguing about the standards later in the week, as they will, to take a few hours, enjoy each other's company, and just recognize that they're all on the same side. They're all trying to bring carrier Ethernet out to the world. Nan Chen talked a little bit about what's coming next for the MEF. There's carrier Ethernet 3.0, as he's calling it, which is the act of interconnecting all the Ethernet services around the world. There's going to be a carrier Ethernet 4.0, he says, which has, I don't know what it is, something to do with simplifying carrier Ethernet 3.0. That's going to come in about 2014. So we look forward to covering those and to following Nan Chen around with microphones for at least another 5 years.